Alright, here we are, June 14th, and here's a before look of the duck pond. I'm going to grade it out and hopefully get it planted the next day or two, but I got to fix all of this from last year. I came in at the last minute and dug all this deeper because it wasn't graded properly. Alright, so I sneaked into one other spot. It's getting dangerous for me not being able to get out of here, but I kind of built up basically a mini road that I'm sitting on right now just to get in here and try and open up just a little more water area to put some decoys in. Try to attract some ducks in here this year. I did not have a laser last year, but here's a before look. I hit this with Roundup yesterday, so it should be soaked into the weeds by now. Let's get it graded down, then I'm going to work on building up the dam here as the summer goes on. Let's get her going. Okay, I have a halfway decent grade on it. I'm going to run the laser, and I'm sure I'll find out that I'm at least a foot off. So let's run the laser and then I'll make a decision on what's going to be after that. Alright, I'm in the duck pond. Just pulling some of this decent dirt from the edge. And then I'm going to grade it out in the center. And hopefully I can get it flattened out pretty decent to get Milo planted here this weekend. Even though I am several weeks behind on planting the Milo, I'm going to give it a shot. It's been hard to get it. I can't get it. One co-op has it, but they want 130 bucks for one bag. The other one can get it for 50 bucks a bag, but they were supposed to get it this week and now they can't, so I either might have to wait even longer or cough up 130 for a bag at the more expensive spot. Alright, so I'm kind of struggling here grading this plot out. Getting dirt to grade is really not very easy. At least not if you're not an excavator by trade. So I'm kind of debating on, alright, do I break out the laser and keep struggling with the blade on the excavator? Or do I just break out the tractor, disc this up really loosely, and then run the drag and kind of let gravity get it to grade? So that's kind of where I'm at the moment, figuring out how I want to try and get this to grade, especially when you're in hill country. You know, you're trying to take it from a slope down to flat. So we'll see here in a minute what I decide. All right, now I'm just pulling. There was a pretty good sized island that kind of jutted out into the middle of the duck pond here, so I'm just peeling this all back so that I can add that to the grading. And then from now on here, I'm going to pull all this from the side. Try not to stay in the middle there at all once I get it planted with Milo. Basically, last ditch effort to add, you know, 15, 20 feet by 20 feet section here. Kind of round it off a little with this edge over here. It looks like we're pointing downward. It's because we are kind of on a little cliff here, but that's where I'm peeling it back. I mean, it all looks like good dirt, unfortunately. I mean, I could actually use it down there, spread out. It'd be better to my grade is going to be down there yet, so kind of spreading half and then peeling half back this way. Taking this dirt, I just dismantled that little point, if you will, that little island, and I'm spreading it around in here. Then I'll grade this all out. But this area where you can see that's all disturbed that I'm working in, that's all going to be added to the duck plot here for volume. In just this short little time it took me to pull that hill out. This area down here needs some dirt anyways to pull it up a little, so it'll work out good. There you could see the hole that I'm saving where I pulled a culvert out. I'm kind of going back and forth on making it drain into the rice pond. I'm looking at the pros and the cons, you know, thinking about if too much water goes into the rice pond, if that'll overflow it, or if it'll bring in a lot of sediment from this top pond into that one. So I'm kind of kicking around whether I want to do that or not. The overflow pipe that I'll put in here, that I probably will, but probably not the main drain pipe. Because then in the spring when I drain this entire thing, I'm not sure that I want it all going in there and then overflowing that one with only the 6-inch pipe on that side. Okay, just shot this with the laser and it is surprisingly pretty darn good. It slopes very gently through the whole center part down this way, and then it's kind of got a gully down there, which is fine. I had that built in last year. So there's just a few little swales, but I think if I bring the drag with some heavy weights here, it'll really knock this down. So I don't think I'm going to put any more time grading it. It's time to start working on the dam and hauling clay in there with the dump truck. So let's bring the drag out here, and then I think it'll be ready to plant. But check out what I got just yesterday. A magnet mount for the receiver for the excavator. I was really hoping to try this out, but I'm not going to just do it just to do it, because my time is a little too valuable. But I will use this here at some point. Just thinking ahead. Okay, I just ran the drag a few times with the real heavy weights, smoothing it out pretty good. I think I've got 180 pounds on the drag. And now I'm going to broadcast a little bit of leftover quail plot from last year. It's millet, and sorghum. I'm going to broadcast this, drag it once more, and then I'm going to drill Milo here in the next few days, and then it's going to be brought back to life. And then I'm going to continue working on the dam all through the summer. And hopefully I'll have a nice thick and wide dam here, because I'm going to just bring dump truck loads of clay on it. And there's a quick look at the rice pond. Looking good, holding water nicely. Look at the grass and the clover mix on the dam. Why can't anything else grow like that I plant up by the house or along the driveway? But she's looking good. Okay, and there it is. The duck pond is resurrected. It's planted in millet right now. Worst case, I could just leave it like this, but I'm going to put Milo in it, because them guys that I'm going to do that goose pit for, they've been doing this for years, and they said Milo is the best thing that the deer will leave alone that will produce a lot of food for the ducks, and the ducks love it. So I'm also going to get some Milo and drill it. But it is resurrected. Time to keep working at it. Let's get some Milo in the ground. That is the rice pond right there. challenging in these tight spaces, but that's why I got a compact tractor, so it's all good. I'm double rowing the Milo, and I think this is going to work out awesome. Really, another telemarketer. How much you want to bet? Let me look. Yeah, another telemarketer. Get away from me. Might be the year. Might be the year of ducks in the Kapper farm. That drone wanted to get into a tree again.